Hi. It is about 3:15 on Friday night. I just got back from Cirque Beserk, and it was a fabulous show. It was really, really good. A lot of aerial stunts and acrobatics and trampoline, and thank God no animals, because I am morally opposed using animals in any sort of circus setting. So, something that's really taken off in the States over here, founded by a French Canadian group called Cirque du Soleil, is it was started at least in the 80s, if not before then, if not earlier than that. But this French Canadian human, solely comprised of humans, no animals whatsoever, circus troupe, which you may have heard of, they're really famous now, like really famous, called Cirque du Soleil, started doing circus shows and using entirely human casts doing acrobatics, aerial work, trampoline, a lot of contortionism, things like that. And they're really, really exotic, used wonderfully grotesque masks and costumes, and relied upon that, kind of like the accomplishment of human, turning a human body into a pretzel, over anything done with animals. And they really came into popularity in the 80s and 90s, especially as more awareness grew about how abused circus animals are in circuses the world over. Circus animals are never treated well. And so this kind of was a really nice animal-friendly alternative to circus entertainment. Well, partially because of that, and partially because of other forces like Burning Man, and just this strange thirst for alternative theater entertainment that grew out of the 90s and out of such things like Burning Man and raves and a lot of underground performance art. Groups like Cirque Beserk and Monica, my friend Monica's, like Monica, my friend Monica works with a group called Lucent Dossier, and they're very much the same thing. They rely heavily on human antics and to create a really macabre, grotesque circus environment. They don't employ any animals. There's no abuse whatsoever. It's all consenting adults. Really wonderful music. And anyway, these are more local groups that have kind of decided to do the same thing as Cirque du Soleil, which was, like I said, French Canadian. They have a huge, they tour, Cirque du Soleil, which is the really worldwide known one. They tour all over the world, and they have a permanent base in Las Vegas. You may or may not have heard of their really big show right now is Las Vegas Love, and it's one of their fantastical shows set to the Beatles music. And Paul and George, actually, at the time when he was still alive, were responsible for the arrangement and the score. So the Beatles' music had already been composed, of course, but they rearranged it and set it to these acrobatics. I have a friend who's going this summer to go see it, and I'm so jealous because I want to go so badly because I haven't seen it. So what I saw tonight, which I gave you the link for, Cirque Beserk, are one of these groups that have kind of been inspired by the movement that Cirque du Soleil started in the 80s. And Cirque Beserk, much like Lucent Dossier, the group that my friend works for, she DJs for them, they're all burners. They all come from Burning Man, and they all started really underground, did a lot of raves, a lot of outdoor raves, we're just really big in the underground music scene. But now they've, over about 10 years have put together their act and are now very, very professional. So, we went tonight, and there was fire eaters and fire flames and people on stilts and really strong cosmopolitan drinks. Oh my god, so much alcohol. Anyway, it was really great. It was really beautiful. And the music, I cannot even tell you about this music. They had this live band playing that played clearly music that was composed specifically for this event. And I swear to you, it was the most gorgeous new age. There was a drummer, bass guitar, someone on the keyboards, and 3 women who just could belt it out, like sing like back in the backwaters of Alabama, like soul music. They could sing that, but then they could also sing like opera, and it was just so beautiful. I would cite the Cocteau Twins in Dead Can Dance, but you're not familiar with them, and I asked you to wait on checking them out until I can expose them to you. So I can't cite them as references, but I would otherwise cite them as references. If you're familiar with Dario Argento's movies, the Italian horror film director, star, he used, in one of his really famous films, he used a group that became really famous. Oh, shit, they're on the tip of my tongue because you might have heard of them. I think they were kind of a big deal in Europe. I can't remember the film. Well, the music reminded me of a Dario Argento film. Just really, like, abstract and weird and circus freaky, and opera and rock. There's a really weird underground musical that's been produced here in the United States called Apple. And it sounded like music from that, so I don't know if you're familiar with that either, but anyway, it looked fantastic. Oh, my friend Justine is online. Maybe I'll go say hi. Just saw her pop up. It sounded fantastic. It looked fantastic. It was fantastic. It was phantasmagoria. Anyway, so that's the 411 on that. And I'll be sending you a little clip on what my bloomers and my petticoat looks like. Woohoo! So, peace out.